All right, so I am long on PEGY here at 16. Took 1,000 shares. It's a large share size, but I'm looking for that 5 minute. It actually, I was waiting for it to hit 12, 12, 12, hit 12 on the bid, but 16 on the ask. So I kind of had to wait it out. But I was pretty optimistic by the way it was holding here several times. Then we get that massive green surge. So I'm gonna wait this one out. If it comes back to its low here, I'm gonna cut it break even. But I am looking for this to reach at least 530, somewhere in that range, based on how it's been bouncing. But really, I bought it because of the 5 minute pullback here. So it's touched this level multiple times already. So I was kind of expecting this to actually pop here. And it did so far, but I don't want it to sideways consolidate in the 20s forever, and then we never see that push to 30 or anything like that. So I think I might just get rid of it around 30, just because it's also in this small little channel. But then again, if I'm doing this based on the 5 minute, I can probably get rid of this trend line. So I'll probably just get rid of that here. So really, I want it to come close to VWAP if I'm really basing on the 5 minute setup. So we'll wait it out. We'll let PEGY sort itself out. Again, if it comes close to my buy, I'll probably just stop out. We'll give this one time to work itself out. So ADTX is another one we had on watch. Same situation going on here. Probably draw it on the 5 minute though. So as expected today, I should have bought right here, I guess. As expected today, it's another slow day in the market. I'm not gonna push my luck necessarily. I'm gonna just try to make my losers small here, but take decent sized trades. And the charts again with the charts. Jesus, bro. Okay, delete. I can't even delete it. I'd like to get it. I guess I'll just restart. Sure. I guess I can't even restart. Like, where do I click? What do you want me to click? All right. Jesus. Hmm. I don't think I want it here. I think it'd make more sense if I had it. Yeah, I think it would make more sense if I had it there. It sucks I can't actually duplicate the lines. I did absolutely no studying yesterday. I decided to take a break when I got home because I feel like I'm stressing myself out here. So I decided to do no studying yesterday and just go to sleep. Especially, I don't know why. These weeks I haven't got really any sleep. It's just I wake up at 5 in the morning and then I just can't sleep after that. And that's because I go to sleep at like 1. Not intentionally. I don't purposefully go to sleep at 1 or anything. Let's go check on Peggy. Actually, Peggy's still sideways, which I was hoping it wouldn't be. But we're probably gonna have to get rid of it here. I'm assuming we'll wait for it to break its 5 minute high if we can. 24. Big seller here. 22. Let's see if we can break through. Basically a triple bottom here, so I'm just waiting for this one to come closer to its highs here. Let's see if this candle can finish green here. Pulling back once more, but see, every time it comes to this level, it's just getting bought up here. I'm gonna have to stop out, I think. So again, we're getting bought up. This could also be a small little channel here. Back to 19, back to 15, 13. Okay, there, I'm gonna cut it there. That's where I'm gonna get out of that. So now it's breaking out of this trend line. That was just a snap down below. That's an $80 loss there. So now it's no longer respecting this trend line unless I move it down here. Then now you could say it's respecting the trend line. But that means I have to move this one as well down here. So I guess I should have got rid of it up here. Once I had this false break at this high, it didn't show enough strength and we were just gonna sideways consolidate as expected. I also probably should have got rid of it up here. Once this 1 minute candle finished low, I knew it was gonna pull back, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna pull back like this. I mean, this is just unexpected. I figured it's just gonna pull back and then pop back up again, continue its sideways consolidation, maybe ramp up. But no, that was a losing trade. That's because I was up pretty big for a little bit. Actually, I wasn't even up pretty big. I'm lying. ADTX. We'll look to take a trade on this one as well. None of these stocks are easy to borrow. BHVN popping up here. So I was expecting something like ADTX here. If I had gotten in that 18 back here, I was expecting some sort of push towards the highs here, but on PEGY we just didn't get that. We're just getting further consolidation here. And that's because I drew my line further up here, like in this area, which is why I had bought. But now it's breaking below that line, breaking trend. And I could readjust the line like how I just did, put it back down here, but that's already delayed data practically if I put it all the way down there. Man, at this point we have so much consolidation on this one. It's kind of like I don't even want to take a trade anymore on it. Still feel that my trend line back here made more sense than putting it down there. It's just not respecting that trend line back here. Like this one's just tanking. It's too bad this isn't easy to borrow. Could've got short right here on this candle. That's a massive push. Actually, it's not a massive bottom line again. Jesus, maybe like a 20-cent push. I'm surprised it's still going this low though. Like it's breaking its was that pre-market low, I guess, but it's headed towards the pre-market lows. This is a big level. So man, that one's really dropping. I heard IMPX really tanked too. Was it IMPX we were watching the other day? I think it was. It went basically from $9 to $4 now. Sheesh. BHVN hitting the scans again. So it came, retested VWAP. Now it's pushing higher. And this one is easy to borrow too. So break through 14, we can look to short it at 1435 at the top. See what we get. This is probably the best one to look at right now. It's the most volatile. It's most active, I guess, for day traders. It is a leading gap or two, I think, yeah. This one had a nice setup here on VWAP. I mean, it curled perfectly there. Breakthrough 14. Massive seller there at 14. Jesus. At 99, I mean. Let's check on ADTX actually. I'm curious as to what this one's doing at the moment. So this one, oh man, this is a perfect one. Trended all the way high. So this is the one I should have taken instead of PEGY. Look at that. And then it hit the channel almost exactly. And now it's rejecting. Whether it's gonna hold its rejection or not, I don't know. But I mean, this one hit it perfectly. But then you look at PGY, it worked out originally. Well, obviously it broke trend. So we got one pullback, two pullback, three pullback. And then now here's a fourth one, but this one's massive. So I could take a starter down here in anticipation of it coming back and retracing this whole movement, because it should give back at least half from my understanding. We could take a small starter on it in anticipation, which I think I'll do that. we'll test that out. We should get at least half this move back. I'm gonna come back to the swing low, or the swing high, I guess. Just 520. We'll look for that 520 level. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go back to ADTX. I mean, this one's breaking above VWAP. I guess I have to wait for it to come back below, right? I can take a long on it. I'm waiting for this one, BHVN, to break through 14 one more time and come to its 1430 level. It might even break out because you have two massive green candles here, but if it breaks out, could get long here as well, but I'd be trading in the channel in the chop. It's kind of a riskier play. But let's just say I got long at 85. I would probably get long here at 85 in my normal account, or in my normal scalping activity, I guess, that the typical routine I usually take. I'd probably get long here for anticipation of the break through 14 and this high of 1420. Let's see how that would turn out on me. It's 86. $94. So far it'd be okay, it'd be working, but what would really test it is the break of 14 or the break of this high, 1398, into 14 and beyond 14 to 1420. But it looks like it's gonna be a rejection already. No volume to save it. So yeah, I would have got rid of it there. 83 or 79. Hit the bid. It looks weak here. You get short on it. Hasn't made a lower low yet. We do have somewhat of a triangle formation now. There's the breakout. There's built there really late on it. In the 30s, 31. So it's a big mistake getting short there if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop out here on a micro pullback if I can. Stopped out there. Oh no, I added that's not good. That sucks. I actually added into that. What am I doing? Stopped out there at 87. Jesus, that wasn't good. I tried to stop out for like a 20-cent loss. I added to my position. Now I took double the loss. That's just not good. The reason why I immediately regretted taking that trade was because I had, although it did surge through that level, it came all the way back down. Although it did come to that level, I shouldn't be taking it immediately. I should wait for it to show some sort of sign that it's even gonna turn instead of buying into the surge on a short. That wasn't a good idea at all. That was just terrible. I can't just base it 100% on these lines here. I have to actually wait for it to prove that it's gonna reject and show that it's not that strong of a stock. That was just a massive rip there all the way to 15. I bought in the 50s here basically. So I need to show, it needs to show that it's weak, and I wasn't given it that time. I literally just bought into the surge on a short. Now it would have been a good time in this candle to buy in short, I guess, in anticipation of a rejection after a massive climb like that. But that's a lesson I need to learn there, not just to hop in right away. It's kind of like I should have known this already with PEGY. So with PEGY, I waited multiple times. So I tested it here, tested it here, tested it here, here, and then came back down. I was like, okay. I noticed every time I came to this level, it's getting bought up, getting bought up, bought up, bought up. So I went ahead and went long here. It did have a massive surge right after, but then you get another decline, another pop, and I was like, tested level twice, or multiple times actually, and then it just couldn't continue after that. So I mean, I stopped out. But in this case of BHVN, I didn't give it a single opportunity to test itself here. It just, I literally got in on a surge, and that was the big problem. I accidentally added into my position, completely by accident. I didn't mean to add there. I meant to actually stop out for like a 20 something cent loss, I think. Yeah, it would have been 20 cent, but I accidentally pressed the wrong hotkey. So really, I should have waited it out. I could have even got short here at this high, 1460, and I'd still be profitable about 30 cents. Maybe not even 1460. It could have been for the low of this candle here, which is 33, and it'd still be profitable about 10 cents. But my target would have to be coming back down the break of VWAP, back down at 13 just about. So I don't know. That was a big mistake on my part. I should have let it prove itself first instead of buying the surge. I just got really antsy. I wasn't patient on the trade, and now I know, I gotta make sure, because if this was two massive green candles, this thing could have kept going beyond 15, beyond 16. I could have kept going, 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 and then whenever it starts to curl, I could have got short in anticipation of it coming all the way back down. But right now, it's just, that wasn't a good move. That was a bad move on my end. So something I need to work on. That literally cost me today. I wasn't down so bad today, but because of that trade, and for sure I'm definitely down. So PEGY here is still working out. I said I would sell it around 520 in that range, so now I wish I would have taken a little larger share size on PEGY, but we did get that breakthrough, and so I am expecting about half that move back, which would be around 520, I think. It's too bad I can't. Well, I can actually. Let's see. We'll wait it out. That's crazy. Hit 13 for a second there and then pulled back. Keeps hitting the scans as well. Wow, this one looks really good too. This one is also easy to borrow. So this weekend I will be studying up on my trades for sure. I didn't do that yesterday, as I mentioned, just because I need to catch up on my sleep primarily. So BHVN coming back down here. I could take a small short on it. We'll start it out here for the breakthrough 14, and we're gonna look for anticipation once it breaks 14. That was a nice push down. I am green on this trade already. I could just get rid of it. Small profit, but I will continue to hold it for the breakthrough 14 once more. And then we're gonna continue looking for a downtrend. I mean, I could just get rid of it here at a swing low at 1360, or if it breaks VWAP 1380, just get rid of it there. We'll see, but this next 5 minute will open here pretty soon. Can have a target there, but we can also still target our primary target, which is the low here of 1304. We'll give it time. I took a small starter, so if this does pop on me, turn on me, then I'm just gonna stop out at this high here. I have 1434. A lot of red coming through, but no action on the bid there. Hidden buyer, I guess. Flat at 14. So stop would be the high of this candle here. I could also add into it if it does come to 1450. It would be coming right into resistance. See if you can break 14 here. Get a push through. 14 once more. $20. I will add, I have to be extremely careful here. There's 42. Give it time to retest. To push back down 1411. So I didn't add on my position, but I didn't freak out on it either. There's a break of 14 finally. We'll wait on it. We'll go to PEGY. Still green on PEGY, but didn't quite come to my 20 level here. Now it's back in its trend. I can still continue holding. I feel like my target's getting smaller and smaller at this point. I might just have to take it. I'm still in at 93. Could get rid of it here at 510, somewhere around that range. I would really like for it to break this high here, 14, and then come to that 520 level, and that's where I'd want to get rid of it. So we'll give it a little more time. Let it do its consolidation here. I'm not trying to freak out on this trade. It's coming back down to its levels. I can probably take an entry on this one as well. Probably based on its 5-minute though. Back to BHVN. BHVN is holding VWAP once more. We could look for this 5-minute low break. 1382. Came to a low here of 89. We broke this high. We are making lower highs though. Kind of forming a triangle formation around VWAP here. I think once we get a break through VWAP, we should be good for a pushback lower closer to 13. I kind of want to sell around 1360, 1350 at this swing low here. That's kind of where my idea behind it would be. So I'm still short on it at 1409, right around this level. So I could have added up here in the 50s as I mentioned. I just wasn't sure if I should. So now it's back in its trading range. It's pulled back quite a bit already too. So I'm giving it some time to sideways consolidate before we see a push lower. If we even see that push lower, this might just ramp up on me. We do have two 5-minute candles holding its level here. It's touched VWAP twice. That could be a sign to get rid of it. Let's see if we get that push through 14 once more here. 1404 there. So break back down to 13. Another pop-up view up real quick. What it's looking like. 44 or 94, 97, back over 14 on the ask. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it at 1401 here. Actually, I'll cancel. We'll wait for this next 5-minute open before I make a mistake. I might not even be making a mistake trying to get rid of it there. It's having such a hard time break though, or breaking that level. But this 5-minute, the way it's finishing low here, I could just have anticipation of the break at this low, which is 89. If we can get that 89 level to break, we should be clean. If it retests one more time and then just can't, because you have little spikes like that. This finished green, finish high, and I don't like that. I'm gonna try and get rid of it here at 12 then. So can't get rid of it there. Stopping out at 20 before it starts surging on me. So another loss on that one. I should have got rid of it when it touched VWAP again, because it showed that it couldn't break VWAP. So another retest of VWAP there 3 different times. Should have been the indication to get rid of it, possibly even get long on it. But I was able to capitalize on some profit at some point. So this, I was in at 1409, broke out, and then we get a low here of 82. So I was profitable about 20 cents. It didn't sell that either. Just hoping that it would actually push through view up, but after such a massive decline the way we just had, I mean, that's why I gave it some time to sideways consolidate. But still, I mean, it doesn't seem to matter. So that's a losing trade. PEGY still waiting for this one to sideways consolidate and come closer to its 520 level so I can get rid of it. But it looks like I'm gonna have to stop out closer to 510 just about. It doesn't seem like it's gonna want to actually break here. This one would be a green trade though. And I don't think I'm in any other trade. I think I was waiting for ADTX. ADTX is retesting its low here 3 different times already. It's perfect on the 5-minute. I could get along here. And we also have another stock that I was watching, ATXI. No. SBR. Is it Ha? Yeah, Ha. So now I'm curious whether I should look at the 5-minute for this one or the 1-minute. 5 minutes still has a little ways to go here, but the 1-minute's like exactly on 16. We technically have 3 pullbacks, so it's 1, 2, and then this is 3, and it didn't make a higher high at all. I could get short on it for the break, but if this touches its 5-minute and then pops, that's gonna be a different story. Could readjust it to this level here. Go check on PEGY again. PEGY's still 1508. I'm just gonna get rid of it at 7 then. Cancel the order. Skip my order actually. Surging here a little bit. We can get that pop closer to this high. 14, there it is. 14, can we break through 14? Is it gonna be a double top there on the 1-minute or 5-minute? 12 again. Good double top here. Next 5 minute will open once more. It's 14. You can get the break of 14 though. We have 100 shares left. Not quite. Double top at 14, just about. So again, the target was about 20. Where am I gonna have to take this one though? High here is 14. High here shows 13, but I saw 14. I don't know if y'all saw that. Could have sworn I'd seen 14 there. Almost broke 14 actually. But to conserve on time, I think I'll just get rid of it here at 509 because I am gonna have to leave already. See if I can even sell my order here. I should have probably tried to get rid of it back at 15 or 511, 512 when it was on its surge there. We did have a double top, but I mean, it shows 13, 14 by 13. So I'm not really sure if we did have a double top or not. This should get filled right here. Still expecting this 5 minute high to break. I could just cancel because I still haven't got them filled yet. So we'll go ahead and cancel it. We'll wait for it to pull back here and break the high of 13 now, I guess. Just continue waiting it out. BHVN back down, so I could have taken a short back here as well. Could still take a short for the break of 14 back to its lows here. Low of this candle is 14. This one's 1401. I'm still long on PEGY, yeah. Hasn't made a lower low yet. Break of this low here would basically call it, so break of 5 would be it. I was hoping for this one to bounce there, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna stop the rest there, 502. I'm gonna cut that trade just to get rid of it already. I had an opportunity to sell above 510. My target again was about 520. I wanted to come to around this level here, but obviously I didn't get that. It's a little shy of it, about 7 cents I would say. So I didn't quite get the trade that I was looking for, but I was still profitable on it regardless. It took a while. Sideways consolidated this whole time, so I wasn't going to push my luck even further. I was just going to let it do what it needed to do. I was expecting at least half of this move here, so technically we did get about half that move, I guess, but it just wasn't, they didn't hit 520 how I wanted it to. Somewhere around that range is what I was looking for, but it didn't have the continuation. So I'm just gonna get rid of it because I do need to go here pretty soon. BHVN, still looking for this one as a short below this level. We did retest 1, 2, and 3 times. So I am looking for this to break 14, but go ahead and short there. I'll take a small entry or small starter there. Did break 14. See if we get that continuation. This is the 3rd time I'm trying to short this one already. It seems that every single time that I'm trying to short around VWAP, which is, I mean, it's a big level, really I should wait for it to break VWAP and then retest and then get short, because this is already risky. This is a high risk trade here. But knowing how many times it's touched this level and popped, I mean, it's gonna have to break it eventually. I think 82. That's really what I'm going for. But you have so much support here at VWAP. It's not even funny. So see if we get some more push to the downside. I need 82 to break to have this next 1 minute opening here, pretty low. So there's open below VWAP. There's 90. Can we get into the 80s? Once we hit 80s, can we break 82? Declining volume is 88. 63. I'm gonna sell it on that surge there. I'm gonna get rid of it on that surge. So that was a good trade. Waited it out, waited for that time. Now I could have just held it in anticipation of this 5 minute going back to 13. Might even just go through 1350 here and surge back to 13, but I'm just gonna take that quick scalp. I waited it out. I did get shorts here. Obviously it retested the level, didn't want to break here, popped, and I was like, you know, before it surges on me again, I'm gonna get rid of it. Nice stop there. I mean, 11 cents of a loss, 300 shares, not so bad. I mean, this just ruined my day basically. This trade was just not it. I didn't think this one through. I just bought on the surge based on FOMO, I guess. So this wasn't a good trade at all, but let it retest a couple times. Wasn't breaking, so I stopped out. Perfect timing because this thing ripped. And then I decided, okay, it came back to its level multiple times. It's not making higher highs. It's declining here. We're seeing a little decline, so short it right there in anticipation of this move lower. It did take a while, especially I knew it could possibly do it, especially when it opened basically right at VWAP or a little below VWAP. It was going to go one or two ways, but I was pretty confident that I was going to break through just because it had already tested that level 1, 2, 3 different times, and now it's finally consolidating steadily underneath it. So as soon as it said a break, I just decided to get rid of it, primarily because after the break, I mean, you're going to expect a push higher, a bounce from it, and I didn't feel like having to wait through the whole thing just because I do have to leave right now, basically. So yeah, I could have waited it out and still gone for my original target, which, like I said back here, if I held this short, my original target would be around 1320. At the time, it was about 13. But I mean, we could still continue pushing lower here and get that low. It would need to retest VWAP here. If it recovers, then that's kind of it. But if we can come back to 1350, retest 1350, and then come push lower beyond that, then yeah, we could definitely see this back to around 1320, 13. That's kind of the idea behind it. But so like right here, we're actually pushing lower. We couldn't hold view up there entirely as of now. And I'd be looking for this 5 minute low break through 55 and eventually break 1350 and hit these lows here of 1320. And that's basically my target. But I don't know. I don't know if I should continue waiting. Am I still long on another stock, BHVN? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm looking at BHVN. What am I talking about? PEGY? No. These are the only ones I traded today, I think. Ha obviously broke through and didn't hold that level. Didn't respect the 5 either, so that's fine. Guess it's a good thing I didn't take that one. ADTX. Sideways. It's not bouncing off any level yet. And I mean, it's dead on volume at this point. Wouldn't trade it. ATXI. So no. So really the only ones I cared about today were PEGY and BHVN, but PEGY's just sideways this whole time, so still need to practice a lot more with this strategy. But look at it, now it's coming back lower here. So did retest the VWAP level. Now we broke 1350 and we're onwards to the original target, which is about 1320. So this would have been a very nice trade to have taken, especially if I held this. If I did this one right, if I took this trade right, then I'd be up big right now. That would be a massive trade, basically over $1 a share at that point. So it did come to that low there. It didn't quite hit the 20s how I wanted. It came to 33. Now we're seeing the surge back up. Either way, I mean, the target was around this low anyway, so I'd probably just get rid of most of it here on this 1340 level. Even then, I was up here in the 40s. My average about 40. Obviously sold for a $400 loss, $500 loss really at 80. But that would have been at least $1 a share. I could even entered back here at the high. 73, but I could have actually entered here like 1450 if I wanted to for this low, or for this candle, I guess the red one. Entered there on a retest of this high, and then from there, I mean, that still would have been at least $1 a share. If I had 1,000 shares on that, that would have been $1,000. It's a real nice trade in general. It did take a long time for it to break though, but I mean, it's only expected to consolidate after a massive decline where it had a massive surge right after or right before. So now we're coming back to its lows here after a quick pop there. So let's see, it's 1335. Will this break down to the 20s? 32, broke its low. Actually, yeah. So weird, it did break its low. It's showing 32, so there's 20. It did break its low, but for some reason it wasn't showing that. It's 33, and then the other one showed like 32 or something. So I guess my trade would have worked out. Would have been fine here. So, all right. I needed more practice with this one. I need more time and more experience on this setup. Obviously, I didn't study yesterday, so I need to get back on that. I will be on Discord today, this afternoon, most likely. Tomorrow, I will be studying a little bit in the morning, but I will be gone almost all day tomorrow. So if I don't happen to respond on Discord or any other platform, that's pretty much why. But again, trying to take it easy here, trying to relax, take it easy, because I noticed I started getting real stressed out. I'm real frustrated with my trades, and I was just revenge trading, also getting FOMO in, and I'm just trying not to trade on my emotions at this point. Just trying to see what's working, see what's not working. You know, obviously this is not working, and this is typical of me buying into a surge or just, you know, trading into the momentum. I mean, I should have given it time, let it respect this level, show that I can actually consolidate. I mean, even here, if I got short here, 1450, let's say, if I got short there, 1460 for the break of this low. I mean, even that would have been a nice trade, but I mean, it came all the way back down to VWAP here. So low is 82. Let's just say I sold at 90. I mean, if I was in there at 60 to 90, that's a good $700 trade on 1,000 shares. That would have been perfect, but instead I took this huge loss. I could have got short here at this high, you know, and that would have been a whole $1 a share, over $1 a share at this point on this trade. So that would have been really, really nice, but obviously I couldn't be patient enough with it. I didn't let it have its time, and that's just something I need to work on. But I am starting to notice that these types of trades that I'm taking here, just buying just because like, oh my god, it broke it, it did it. You know, if I keep trading like that, it's not gonna get me anywhere. Same situation with this one. I mean, I did wait it out. It just didn't work. So I said I was gonna get out the low of this candle. Obviously, it broke like really fast, so I kind of just had to get rid of it at a really low point. I could have got rid of it a lot sooner though at this level, even in the profit, but obviously I didn't. I still wanted to give it that time. Maybe it's gonna pull back again and then ramp up. I don't know. But I just wanted to give it that time. I did notice it was sideways consolidating too long though, and it was kind of flagging, which is why I was hesitant, why I said I would probably sell here. Then it broke through, continued pushing lower, pushing lower, pushing lower, and then next thing you know, it pushed way beyond the channel. I decided, well, it's pushed so far now that I can probably get long on it, so I took a long down here. I guess I should have sold up here. I'm probably gonna have to look back as to why I didn't sell at 15.14 or in that range, especially with the seller stacked at 15 there. I'd seen them. I just figured it would take half this move here back, and we kind of did, but it was just sideways consolidating this whole time, so we didn't really get that momentum back to 520 or beyond 5. It's just kind of unfortunate. But other stocks that we hadn't watched, not really, but other stocks that we could have had trades on today were Ha. So Ha was a pretty good one here. I mean, especially off this bounce, that was a pretty good one. I could have drawn the trend line right here because it was respecting this level many times. So drawn this one here. Now this one wouldn't have worked out though. If I drew the trend line right here, it broke beyond, and it respected it again once more out here, but it broke beyond. I guess that's where I could have taken a short, was when it failed to hold this high of 15.99, taking a short, and it came all the way to a low of 15.62. So that's about 40 cents. Came to this low, almost touched it exactly, and I can move my trend line up, and it would have respected it almost exactly. It came to this high, sold right there. Even this trade, low of 62, and then sold at a high of 1608, or for the break of 16, really. So I could have sold in the 16, so that would have been a nice 40-cent trade as well, to both down and upside. But obviously this one wasn't on my watch list in the morning. I just seen it popping on the Momo scan, so it's kind of unfortunate I couldn't get that trade in. But we also had other stocks hitting the scans here: ETNB, ATXI, SOBR, ADTX. This is another one I could have taken a trade on. So instead of PEGY at the time, I could have taken a long down here, retested this level, held up, could have maybe even added here, and then we did see that ride all the way back to 1336, which is basically what I was looking for on PEGY. So PEGY, same situation, but it had no bounce to it. So it was just, I was consolidating, we didn't get that momentum back to the high side. I guess it's because we also had several declines already, so one leg down, two legs down, and this is a third leg down, but then this one just had so much downside momentum on it. I didn't check its 5-minute at the time, but it had so much downside momentum that I had to stop out with a massive loss on this one. But obviously the biggest loser today was BHVN. My mistake not letting it retest these highs, or show that it had strength to come back down. That was completely on me. Could have even got long here. I even mentioned I'd seen the curl coming in, and I said I could get long here in anticipation. That would have been just as profitable as this whole ride down. This is a whole, and this was quick too. So this was basically from a low here, from a low here of 79 to a high of basically 15. That's over $1 a share. There is about $1.20. Move here. Obviously, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna catch the whole ride up. I probably would have sold around this high where I was 1450. I probably would have got rid of it there, but I mean, still that's a profitable trade regardless. But I need to go back and review everything. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and close it up here. Oh, this is another reason why I don't respond to Twitch as well. I see that I can see the chat. Whenever I have OBS open, it's supposed to pull up the chat, but usually when I record, the chat's just not there. Like, it disappears completely. And sometimes it actually does load the chat. So like right now I can actually see the chat, but I don't have my OBS open. So usually I have it like open on the side right here, right? But this time I can see the chat. Most of the times it doesn't load the chat, and I used to pull it up on my phone, but then I'd be using my phone at the same time looking at other things. So that's why I was like I'd be trading options at that time, and I wouldn't be able to look at the Twitch chat if I was trading options at the same time. So but let me see, 5 minutes is looking kind of strong on that push up, 2 legs down, possible double VWAP, or double bottom at VWAP. This was around, I don't even know what time this was. This was probably a super delay. Let's check on BHVN. Yeah, I think you're talking about this right here. I'm assuming you're talking around this level. And it was looking pretty strong. So me taking a short here, especially after a massive decline like this, I mean, that's why I was kind of like, I could get short here, and I should have sold it there at the VWAP, just because after such a massive decline, I mean, we are gonna have to give it some time to sideways consolidate, or at least give off some steam to the bulls, and then from there retest that low. So it tested the low here. Obviously it popped up, and that's why I didn't want to sell right away. I could have added up here, tested the low a second time, and it could have broken here, but it obviously still consolidated. And then we get the third test of the high, made higher highs, but it couldn't break. And then eventually it came back lower, made lower lows here on the 1 minute, and then I decided to take my position right at 14 for the break of VWAP. We ended up getting it exactly. And like I had mentioned here as well, I could have held because the next 5 minute was going to open. Could have held for that 5 minute low break, but I figured I would just sell it right away, especially because I didn't have enough time. But obviously I'm still here another 10 minutes later, so I guess I should have kept, I could have kept holding my position. But again, this was in the middle of the channel too, so that's where I'm saying, like, I could have got long here as well, because I did see a pattern, or I did see a formation here. I was like, well, it is curling. It held the low several times, so I'm shorting in the middle of the channel, but I could have gone long in the middle of the channel here as well. I caught 2 different moves. I just recognized it based on, I guess, intuition, or just I'm used to scalping like that. I guess I like these types of setups, but I didn't want to take it. I felt I need to practice my patience, because if this did just reject on me and flush through VWAP or something, then I was just done. So I'd rather just wait it out, practice this new strategy, don't fall into scalping, because obviously this is what happened. I seen the surge and I was like, oh my god, I need to get in, I need to get in. It broke that channel, but I didn't let it retest. I didn't let it, really show that it was weak or anything. I just literally bought in the surge, and that was a huge mistake. So, I mean, now I know. But let's see, we're going ahead. We're down. What? I'm surprised we're down. I'm surprised we're down that much, but at the same time, I'm not. I guess I can't be, because it was 2,000 shares, the 50-cent loss basically. So, yeah, it makes sense. I'm down about 1,000. So, but that's my fault for taking such a big size. It's whatever. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I know now not to take it. Well, that's why I also stepped down share size back here. I did have several profitable trades. I'm not gonna say that I didn't have the patience, or was really shooting beyond the stars here on a move. We did get the break, and what is it called, the break of VWAP and everything that I wanted originally for 1320 or 13 even, based on my original target, but just that one trade, I knew that one trade was going to cost me big. I could have waited for it to come back down even further, but I wasn't going to push my luck. I should have stopped a long time ago, which like I said, I did try to stop here, but I accidentally added, and then we just got the surge going through, and that was kind of it. So anyway, I'm going to close up the Friday here down basically 1,000. And then we'll go ahead and review, study it up on this weekend, and then come back Monday morning, and we'll go ahead and wrap up the month, I think next week, right? Yeah, basically next week. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up next week, if not 2 weeks from now, on that one Monday. But this month has obviously been a terrible month, mainly because I stepped up my share size, and several days now I haven't had such a good stop loss, or really any at all, in several days that I was trading. But this month has also been nothing but testing different strategies that I can kind of work with, and so far this is the one I like the best in terms of trading, because it was scalping, and I felt I was getting a lot better at scalping, but I decided to swap it up last minute, because it was just 50 50 50 50, and obviously in a slow market like this, it would be so choppy to scalp. I mean, this is the only move that I probably would have taken today. I don't think I would have taken this low here as a scalp. I might have taken this one for a scalp. I don't think so. But really, it was only this move, and that's if I took it. I know there's a lot of different opportunities to take, so I could have got long here as well. That was kind of an obvious long, so 2 different moves, I guess. But every other stock this morning, PEGY, I wouldn't have got long on this one, I don't think. Maybe at VWAP here, it held up VWAP. I could have got long in anticipation, but maybe not even PEGY. And then ADTX, this one either. I mean, this is, I guess I like this setup because in a slow market I can actually trade, and it seems like I can actually do something or be profitable. So for example, this one 93 to 502, it's only like 10 cents, but still I would have been profitable on it, or I was profitable on it regardless. And the risk management wasn't so bad. So 516 sold at 508, so it's 8 cents of a loss there. It wasn't so bad. Basically break even on this stock. Loss in commissions practically, but I think I took a larger share size on this one. Yeah, I took 1,000, so I'm not break even. But if I did take the same size, then it would have been fine. And then in practicing patience, so like BHVN, I obviously shorted on the surge, and that was just a huge mistake. So if we don't even count this trade, 1409, and I sold at 1420 there, so that was about an 11-cent stop. 300 shares. I mean, let's just say it was 1,000. That's $110. But if I took this short here, 14 down to 63, that's a $400 winner on 1,000 shares. I mean, I would have been profitable. And if I just let this, if I had taken the right positions, if I had taken the right entries on this stock, let's just say I did take, I don't know, this low. Let's just say I got on at 1450, and I did respect my target. I mean, that would have been a huge winner there. Back to, it's over $1 a share there, 1450 to 1320, my original target. So if I did let that ride, I mean, that's a huge move there. But I'm not gonna count it penny to penny here, saying that I'm gonna get in exactly at the top, exactly at the bottom. I probably would have sold maybe around VWAP, sold half of VWAP, sold the rest down here for 1340 something. But I don't know, profitable regardless, with my stop loss being the last high or something. I mean, it seems a lot better of a trade compared to trying to make quick scalps with all these false breakouts constantly happening, especially getting caught in the flushes. So be more patient at open, be more patient just in general, waiting the trades out. I mean, it seems to make a lot more sense to me at this point. So I am trying to get familiar with this strategy, but obviously I need more time with it. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you all had a great trading day today, and I will see you all next week. Enjoy the weekend.